You ever have that feeling like a woman is into you, but she's holding something back? She's smiling, she's playful, she's engaged, but something about the way she acts makes you think she wants more. And guess what? You're probably right. Because when a woman is turned on but trying to hide it, her body tells the truth, whether she wants it to or not. Most guys miss these signs because they're looking for the obvious, a direct touch, an invitation, something spelled out in flashing lights. But the real game? It's in the small unconscious moves she doesn't even realize she's making. And once you learn to see them, you'll never wonder again. So tonight, we're breaking it all down. 10 undeniable signs she's turned on, but holding it back. And trust me, some of these you've seen before, you just didn't know what they really meant. Let's get into it. 10. The mirror me reflex. You sit back, she sits back, you pick up your drink. A second later, so does she. Coincidence? Not a chance. This is called mirroring, and it's one of the strongest signs of subconscious attraction. Why? Because when we're deeply engaged with someone, our bodies naturally sync up with theirs. It's called limbic resonance, and it happens completely outside of conscious control. So, if you notice her matching your movements, even slightly, that's her brain saying, I feel connected to you. And if she's turned on, that connection gets even stronger. How do you test it? Easy. Change your posture. Lean in slightly, then lean back. Watch what she does. If she follows your lead, her body just confirmed it. She's feeling something. 9. The temperature check trick. You ever see a woman suddenly touch the back of her neck or brush her hair off her shoulders like she's feeling a little too warm? That's not just a random move. That's her body cooling itself down. Because attraction, real attraction, literally raises her body temperature. This is what scientists call a vasodilation response, when blood flows closer to the surface of the skin, making her feel slightly flushed. And guess what? She's not even thinking about it. Her body is reacting to you. What do? You let her feel it. Hold eye contact. Let the moment breathe. Because when a woman is physically feeling something around you, she'll start associating that feeling with you. And that's where the magic happens. 8. The accidental lip part move. Now this one, pay close attention, because a woman can control what she says. She can control how she acts, but what she can't control, the way her lips react when she's excited. So if she's looking at you and, without realizing it, her lips part slightly, just for a second, that's a dead giveaway. Why? Because when a woman is turned on, her autonomic nervous system kicks in, and part of that response is a small, unconscious separation of the lips. It's subtle, it's quick, but when you see it, you know exactly what's happening inside her head. How do you use this? If you see it, slow down, lower your voice slightly, watch what she does next, because if that moment of tension lingers, she's already imagining something happening between you. 7. The earring tease move. Now this one? Oh, most guys miss completely. Have you ever seen a woman play with her earrings? Maybe she gently tugs on one, or traces her fingers along her neck while she's talking to you. That's a flirting mechanism, one of the oldest in the book. Why? Because it draws your attention to some of the most sensitive areas of her body, her ears, her neck, even her collarbone. And guess what? She's not doing it for no reason. This is a primal display of femininity, a way to subtly invite touch without making it obvious. Her fingers? That's where she wants yours to be. What do? Tease her. You keep playing with your earring like that. I might start thinking you're nervous around me. Say it playfully with a smirk. If she laughs, blushes, or keeps doing it, she's giving you the green light. 6. The delayed goodbye standoff. All right, let's set the scene. You're talking, the conversation is flowing, but then she says she has to leave. She starts to walk away. But something happens. She lingers. Maybe she stands there just a little too long. Maybe she fidgets, adjusts her bag, looks at you, then looks away. Or maybe she gives you an extra excuse to stay in the moment. Oh wait, before I go, let me just tell you one last thing. Sound familiar? That's because she doesn't actually want to leave. Her mouth is saying one thing, but her body is hoping you stop her. What do? If you feel that hesitation, don't let her walk away just yet. Smirk. Take a step closer and say, "You keep stalling like this. I'm going to start thinking you don't actually want to leave." Watch how she reacts. If she smiles, looks down, or bites her lip, she was waiting for you to make a move. And that's just the first half, because the next 5 signs, they're even harder to hide. There's one that most women don't even realize they do, but it exposes everything. And another that, when you see it, means she's holding back something serious. But we'll get to that in part 2. For now, just remember this. Women may try to hide it, but their bodies always tell the truth. And when you know what to look for, you'll never be confused again. So now that you know the first 5 signs, tell me something. Have you started thinking back? Maybe remembering a woman lingering just a little too long before saying goodbye. Maybe realizing she was fidgeting with her earring while looking at you. Or maybe now, you understand why she kept mirroring your movements without even thinking about it. See, this is the stuff most men never notice. But once you train your eyes to see it, everything changes. And now, we're about to go even deeper. Because the next 5 signs, these are the ones that give her away completely. Let's get back into it. 5. The can't stop licking her lips move. You ever notice how, when a woman is looking at you, she touches her lips more often than usual? Maybe she bites her lower lip slightly. Maybe she drags her tongue along it just for a second. Or maybe, when she's nervous, she presses her lips together like she's holding something back. That's not just a habit. That's her body responding to arousal. When a woman is turned on, her lips become more sensitive. Her mouth gets drier because her body is redirecting blood flow elsewhere. And her brain, it's screaming at her to make her lips look more kissable. How do you respond? You slow things down. Drop your voice just a little lower. Let the moment hang in the air just a second longer than normal. And if she bites her lip again, she's already thinking about what you taste like. 4. The can't sit still syndrome. You ever notice how when some women talk to you, they shift in their seat a lot? Maybe she crosses her legs, then uncrosses them. Maybe she repositions her body slightly every few minutes. Or maybe she leans forward, leans back, like she can't quite get comfortable. This is called restless body language, and it's not a coincidence. When a woman is turned on, her nervous system is on high alert. Her body is literally restless with energy, but she can't just act on it. So instead, she moves. She's not thinking, "I want to reposition myself to look more attractive." Her body is just doing it naturally, because her subconscious is telling her to adjust to keep your attention. What do? Take control of the energy. Lean in slightly like you're about to say something important. Then pause. Watch her reaction. If she leans in too, if she shifts again, if she plays with her hair while waiting for you to speak, she's feeling the moment. And you're in control of it. 3. The breathless effect. All right, this one, it's subtle as hell, but once you see it, you'll never unsee it. A woman is talking to you. Everything seems normal. And then, right before she responds, she takes a small breath in. Not a sigh, not a big inhale. Just a tiny, sharp breath, like her body is resetting itself before speaking. Why? Because she's excited. When someone is turned on, their heart rate goes up, their breathing gets shallower, and their body adjusts. That little inhale before she talks, it's her body saying, "I need a second before I say this because I'm feeling something." How do you respond? When you hear it, slow down. Drop your voice just a bit. Hold eye contact for an extra second, because that little breath, that's your cue that she's already in her head about you. 2. The forget what I was saying glitch. You ever have a woman start a sentence and then suddenly lose her train of thought? Like she begins talking, but then out of nowhere she pauses, stumbles over her words, or just laughs it off. Yeah, that's not a coincidence. That's her brain getting short-circuited by attraction. When a woman is turned on, her focus shifts away from logic and toward emotion. She's not just listening to your words anymore. She's caught up in how the moment feels. And sometimes, that distraction literally makes her forget what she was saying. What do? Play into it. If she pauses mid-sentence, smirk and say, "What? You just completely lost your train of thought. What were you thinking about?" Let her get flustered. Let her feel caught. Because when that happens, she'll only feel the attraction even more. 1. The lingering touch giveaway. And now, we're at the number 1 sign. This is the moment where she gives herself away completely. She's talking to you. Maybe you said something funny. Maybe the conversation is flowing. And then she reaches out. Maybe it's a light touch on your arm. Maybe it's brushing her fingers against your hand for just a second. But here's what matters. She holds it just a little longer than necessary. See, a lot of women will touch a guy when they're flirting, but when they're turned on and trying to hide it, the touch lingers. It's not just a quick tap. It's a slow drag of her fingers across your skin. It's the extra half second that makes it clear. This wasn't an accident. What do? Don't rush to react. Let her touch hang in the air for a moment. Then, when the moment feels right, give her the same energy back. Because if she's already touching you like that, she's waiting for you to take it to the next level. And there you have it. 10 undeniable signs that she's turned on, but hiding it. The truth is, most guys miss all of this. They think women will just say what they want, make it obvious, spell it out. But the real game, it's in the details. Now that you know what to look for, you'll never be left guessing again. So next time you're with a woman, watch closely, because her body will always tell the truth.